Wouldn't it be nice if there was a button you could press that whenever you are emotionally triggered, you press that button and then you start feeling well, centered, calm very quickly? Well, there is such a button, and it is your breath. Stay with me until the end of this video and you will learn how you can use your breath as your emotional emergency button. Hi everyone, my name is Giovanni Dinsman. I am the author of Practical Meditation and the creator of Live in There, one of the top 5 most popular meditation blogs on the web. Welcome to episode 18 of Master Your Mind Daily, your daily source of inspiration for all things meditation, anxiety, and personal growth. Today, we are talking about how to use the breath as your emotional emergency button. But first, I have a question for you. What type of things trigger you the most in your life? Please write it in the comments. Is it a certain type of behavior that some people have? Is it family? Is it work? Is it the news? I'm really curious to know. So, the breath. Why is the breath so important? For those who don't meditate, the breath, or for those who do meditate but don't use the breath enough, the breath may just seem like another bodily function. Why do we place so much attention on the breath? The breath is the only physiological function that is both conscious and unconscious. And so, in a way, the breath is the bridge between the conscious and the unconscious, between the body and the mind. And that's something that the meditation masters, the yogis, the monks have discovered for many centuries ago. It's very easy to see how closely connected is the body, the mind, and the breath. When you are in an emotional state that is calm and centered, you will breathe in a certain way. When you are in a state that is agitated, you will breathe in a different way. When you're happy, you breathe in one specific pattern. When you're angry, you breathe in another pattern. When you are anxious or fearful, you breathe in yet another pattern. So changes in our mind, in our mental state, change our breathing. That is a fact. And what meditators have discovered since centuries ago is that the opposite is also true. It is a two-way street. If you change your breath, you change your mental and emotional state. And that is the quickest way to change your emotional state in the moment, is by changing your breathing. It's much easier than trying to think of something else, trying to let go of something negative, trying to talk yourself out of a destructive mood. All of that works. All of that is good and has its place. But working with the breath directly, that is the shortcut. That is like your emotional emergency button. So what does it mean to work with the breath? When you are emotionally triggered in your daily life, observe how your breathing is happening. Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? Is it jerky or smooth? And most likely, you will find that the breath is either shallow or fast or jerky. One of these three things. And then, if for a few breaths, sometimes one single breath is enough, but let's say up to 10 breaths or up to 2 minutes, you focus on changing your breathing pattern to be more slow, deep, and even. Notice what that does to your mental and emotional state. You will immediately feel more calm, centered, confident, in control. It's quick and it's free, so why not use it? A shallow breath is a breath that is it uses only a little bit of your lung capacity. You're not getting enough air, right? While a deep breath is more like it moves your body more as you breathe. It takes in more oxygen and lets go of more oxygen, right? That is a deep breath. And the same thing, a short breath versus a long breath. A short breath takes a few seconds. And when you are anxious or angry or fearful, you may take many short breaths. Like this. And then if you can slow your breath to be more like and then with every breath you make it longer and deeper, you will notice the change this creates in you. And then the same thing with jerky versus smooth or even. A jerky breath is like this. It kind of has no clear pattern to it, while a smooth, even breath is like this, like waves, comes and goes in waves. So that is the trick. That is the emotional emergency button. When you're triggered, notice what's happening to your breathing and change your breathing to be calm, deep, even. And another word for calm is long. You're taking more breath in and out. And so this is that's the gist of it. And there are hundreds of breathing techniques in the tradition of yoga. They are called pranayama. I have heard that there are around 64 different pranayamas, out of which 7 are the main ones. And then in the Chinese wisdom tradition, there are the techniques of Qigong. And I have heard that there are hundreds of different Qigong techniques. I have learned personally a few of them, maybe 10, but there are hundreds of them. You don't need to learn hundreds of different breathing techniques, be it Qigong or pranayama. You just need to understand that the breath is connected to your body and your mind, and you can observe what's happening to your body, to your breath, as you have different mental states. And then you can use your breath to kind of control your mind and your emotions. That's the gist of it. And in terms of the specific breathing techniques, one that I teach in my Calm and Free course, which is First Steps for Overcoming Anxiety, it is the box breathing, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold for 4, you breathe out for 4, and you hold for 4. That's the basics of it. There is more to this technique than that, and if you're interested, then you can check the course. But box breathing, that is powerful and easy, and yet the simplest breathing technique that you can apply in your daily life to just bring more calm, energy, and presence to your life is simple abdominal breathing. Babies breathe through their bellies, right? We were born, and in the first months of our life, we were breathing through our belly. And that is the healthiest, most optimal way to breathe. By time, many of us become chest breathers, and that's not good. It takes more energy for you to get less oxygen. It creates tension in your shoulders. Your organs do not get enough, as much oxygen as they could get and would benefit from getting. And also, it's related to the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, the stress response. Simply by shifting your breath to be abdominal breathing, you will experience greater calmness, centeredness, and energy in your daily life. Now, so that's the simplest thing you can do in your daily life if you want to work with your breath. One is observing the breath, as I said before. The other is put one of your hands on your belly, and as you breathe in, allow your belly to expand. And as you breathe out, allow your belly to contract back into place. And the hand is there so you make sure that the belly is moving as you breathe. And if you do this, while at the same time allowing your breath to be calm, deep, even, you will notice the difference. Do you have any questions about breathing techniques? If so, please write it in the comments, and I can address them either now or later as I'm going through the comments, or perhaps in a future video. And if you found this video helpful, please like the video and share it with your friends, with anyone that could benefit from being a little bit more calm, centered, and focused in their life. And I'm sure that they will enjoy receiving this tip. If you want to learn more about abdominal breathing, you can have a look at my book. In this chapter, A Breath of Fresh Air, there is a more detailed technique on how to start with abdominal breathing and how to make it a habit for you, how to make it the new default way of breathing for you. And it's worth it. In the while, it takes some time. In the beginning, it takes some time, but it is worth it. And if you want to learn breathing techniques in a way that are specific for overcoming anxiety or overcoming fear or managing stress, then I recommend that you join my comment-free course. It is very accessible and people are loving it. So I think if that's you, if you need that type of help, if you need that type of support, I think you will enjoy it. And again, this is the video number 18 of a series of 100 videos that I'm doing. And if you want to receive the new videos in your feed, make sure that you like and follow the Facebook page of Live and Dare, or subscribe and turn on the bell sign if you are on YouTube. I hope you have found this helpful. Happy growing.